Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining this stream. This is a series I've created on missing spotlight, and it is regarding missing persons based on official FBI posters. And the title of this episode is Mom Taken for Ransom. This one is a kidnapping case. And I'll explain how it's listed under kidnapping and missing persons momentarily, but that's how the FBI consolidates kidnapping and missing persons because they're kind of one and the same, just different situations, right? So, the lady we're speaking about today is Maria del Carmen Lopez. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, Maria del Carmen Lopez was last seen in Pueblo Nuevo, Colima, Mexico on February 9th, 2023. That would be 1,282 days ago as of the date of this stream. So it's only been approximately 3 years, a little over, right? So it's a more recent case. So I'm hoping that you all can help find her and locate what happened. Again, this is a kidnapping case. This is the upper portion of the official FBI poster. You have her name, date missing, and location, as well as 3 photos. They show her, you can tell that it's her, but in different outfits, different times. So keep that in mind. Put that in the back of your mind, what she looks like. You may come across her and you never know when and where. So we all have to work together to find our missing persons around the world. Now, as far as description goes for Maria, she was born July 16th, 1959 in Mexico. She has blonde hair, green hazel eyes, stands 5 feet 2 inches, 160 pounds. She speaks Spanish and English. She's a white Hispanic female. She had retired from previously lived and raised her family in Southern California. And she's a United States citizen with a dual citizenship with Mexico. So a Mexican citizenship. I consider that a dual citizenship, like my mom had with Italy. Now, there's a reward by the FBI who are offering a $25,000 for information leading to the physical location of Maria del Carmen Lopez. And Lopez's eyeliner is permanently tattooed. So keep that in mind. I've seen this before. Eyebrows are gone, so they permanently tattoo eyebrows by choice or by necessity. That's a facial indicator if you're talking to someone who resembles her. The Federal Bureau of Investigation's Los Angeles field office is asking for the public's assistance in locating Maria del Carmen Lopez, a United States citizen who was kidnapped from her residence in Pueblo Nuevo, Colima, Mexico on February 9th, 2023. If you have any information concerning Maria del Carmen Lopez, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. This information and the previous slides were all taken from the official FBI poster, which is available on their website. Anyone can see. This poster came out of the Los Angeles field office. Here's some background information. Maria del Carmen Lopez is a devoted mother, grandmother, and matriarch whose life centers around her large, close-knit family. As a mother of 7 children and a grandmother to 19 grandchildren, she is remembered as a warm and joyful presence who always brought her family together, making everyone laugh and feel cherished. After spending years building a life in Southern California, she retired and moved back to her homeland in Mexico to enjoy a quiet, peaceful lifestyle. She was deeply loved by her family, who frequently visited her, and she had no known enemies or connection to any criminal activity, making her sudden abduction an unimaginable heartbreak for those who love her. It reminds me of Nancy Guthrie, the unknown case from this year, and I'm still following up on her case as new information comes to fruition. So I'm hoping that you can see the importance of all missing persons. Now we all need to participate in finding them. Okay, summary of the disappearance. On February 9th, 2023, Maria was violently abducted from her private residence in Pueblo Nuevo, Colima, Mexico. Witnesses reported that a vehicle drove onto her property and an altercation ensued, during which Maria explicitly shouted that she refused to get into the vehicle. Several masked individuals with their heads covered forcibly grabbed her, covered her mouth, and dragged her away into a van. Her family was all alerted after a phone call was made regarding her abduction, prompting them to immediately involve local authorities, the U.S. Embassy, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. So they jumped right on this, and I'm so proud of them. As far as my research and updates, in the weeks following her kidnapping, the FBI stepped into the case, initially offering a reward of $20,000 that was later increased up to $25,000 for information leading to her physical location. Mexican authorities, including the Colima Attorney General's office and federal prosecutors, opened joint investigations. Early on, authorities arrested two local men believed to be tied to a kidnapping ring, but these arrests unfortunately did not yield her safe return. The kidnappers initially demanded an exorbitant, completely obtainable ransom before cutting off communication entirely and going completely silent. Again, very similar to Nancy Guthrie. Interesting. As years have passed through 2026, her children have refused to let her case fade into obscurity. They launched grassroots awareness campaigns, plastered missing posters and bus ads, created advocacy platforms like justiceforcarmen.com, and continuously pleaded with local leaders, the White House, and Mexican officials to keep looking for their mother. If you have any information concerning the disappearance of Maria del Carmen Lopez, the kidnapping disappearance, don't forget, please contact your local FBI field office, specifically the Los Angeles field office at 310-477-6565. You can also submit a tip and contact your local FBI office and the nearest American embassy or consulate. You can also leave a tip at the FBI 1-800 number called 1-800-CALL-FBI, and that's 1-800-225-5324. And also you can submit an anonymous tip at their website called tips.fbi.gov. Here's additional official missing persons resources, both national and international, as well as emergency and reporting contacts. So you see a variety of phone numbers here. If you want to get a hold of them through websites, just search on the internet for that, and you would be able to get through that way. Now, I've given you a plethora of contact information, sources you can reach out to. If you are aware of anything, any piece of information is well worth reporting to law enforcement. And Maria del Carmen Lopez did not deserve to be kidnapped for no reason at all. No one should be. So I want her found. If at all, please provide any information after watching the stream or replaying it or checking out the shorts, whatever it takes, and other sources that are coming from the family. Please do your best to locate her. And if you have any information regarding Maria or with someone who looks like her, please provide that to your local law enforcement or any of the contacts I provided in this stream. And with that said, I want to thank you all definitely for joining me One share could bring someone home, so please keep that in mind. It's very important. You may not think it's important what you know, but it is worth sharing because it could break the case wide open as well as furthering the investigation. So, thank you all again for joining me. It's much appreciated. And I appreciate any comments you may provide that helps me grow my channel and stay on the right track with providing these types of episodes on missing persons that we're aware of. And I appreciate your time. Thank you.